let's talk about BPD and meds. Just my opinion and my experience. When I was 18, I really wanted to get medication because I thought that if I take pills, people take my mental illness serious. I thought if I have to consume something, people believe that my emotions are valid. People believe me that I'm struggling, just like you're taking a pill when you break your leg, when you have pain. But that was not the right reason. Just to have someone that tells me, well, now I believe you that you're struggling, because it didn't really work. So this is my personal experience and this is my personal opinion. But all the docs I was talking to said to me that they haven't found meds for borderline personality disorder. So they would give me something for mood swings, for something that people get with schizophrenic symptoms. They would give me something against depression. You know, one thing happened once upon a time. I was just on new meds and I told them that I was feeling suicidal. And then they said to me, well, we're going to stop taking those meds because one of the symptoms is that your suicide thoughts are going to get enhanced. And I was like, well, I'm taking these, right, to figure out to take control of my depression, to be able to deal with life. And you're telling me that those meds are actually making things worse? And I also had medication for when I was having panic attacks, when I was being destructive, something to calm me down, you know? It just made me really tired and not really able to handle things really well. Kind of made me dizzy too. I was taking these meds and they were supposed to help me sleep and they were supposed to help me with my mood disorder or whatever. And I got really weird dreams and I was sleeping really bad. Like, if I would take those meds, I wouldn't be able to stop myself from falling asleep. I would just fall asleep and then I would sleep like a stone. Nothing could wake me up, but my dreams would be really wired and I would wake up feeling so exhausted. And every night I was scared to fall asleep because I knew I was going to get nightmares. And I blame those meds for that. But then I was talking to my psychiatrist and they were like, no, meds are not able to give you nightmares. Well, I'm not sure about that though, because once I stopped taking them, the nightmares disappeared as well. Another thing that happened to me was, yes, I was definitely feeling less. The medication was numbing me. And that was good. It was working well for a while. Give the tiger some meds and it starts to sleep. But when the tiger wakes up, it's really freaking hungry. So it gets really aggressive. It explodes. And that's what I felt like when I was getting numbed by one of these pills. It felt like they were suppressing my emotions. And then at one point, it all blew up. Like there was a tank that was filled with water, but I wouldn't feel the water until like a certain level. But at this level, it would already be too late. So I would say that the medication I was taking didn't only not help me, but also made things worse. I, Kathy Peters, that can only speak for myself, was the worst version of myself on meds. I was either numb, not feeling anything, or I was freaking out and I was behaving really bad because all my emotions would just take over out of nowhere. And then I would cry nights and days, maybe 3 days in a row. And then maybe even wake up and be like, I don't remember a single thing. But I thought I was the problem, right? So they would just give me more meds and they would higher the doses until I left this country and I chose to change my lifestyle. This sounds like the beginning of an ad or something, but it's not. Slowly but surely I started taking less and less meds. Obviously, this was all discussed with my psychiatrist. Don't just stop taking meds out of nowhere. That's really bad and it's gonna give you bad symptoms. Don't do that. But if your psychiatrist doesn't make you feel safe and makes you feel like they're just trying to get you on pills, maybe choose a different doctor. Maybe seek an alternative healer. Because that's one thing I did too. I was doing Reiki and hypnosis, and I was getting like quite spiritual and shit, you know? That stuff. And when I stopped taking those freaking meds, I was able to sleep again. I was able to feel again. Oh my God, I was feeling a lot at the start, because there was a lot of suppressed emotions. But because I was feeling all these feelings all of a sudden again, I didn't have to blow up again. I didn't have to explode again. Since I'm not on those meds anymore, I feel like I'm myself again. And maybe sometimes I don't like myself. And maybe many times I'm too much for some people. But at least I'm choosing who I am. And that's the difference. When I do something, I at least know that this is because of myself, my body, not because of something I have consumed. Feelings need to be felt. I say it all the time, you need to feel it to heal it. Those meds are just gonna separate yourself from your emotions, from your mind, from everything that is you. And it makes you feel like you're some sort of thing just walking around because you're not in tune with your feelings. And that is not good for you. You need to feel that stuff. And I know it hurts. And it's a lot of emotions. And I know how bad you want to just make those feelings stop. I watched Vampire Diaries, and every time they said, turn it off, I was like, I wish I could. And maybe for a while it feels like you can with those meds. But over time you can't. Those feelings are going to haunt you. Maybe not in 2 months. Maybe in 2 years. And then you're going to get to a point where you just can't anymore. And you're going to freak out. But maybe that's just me. Ouch. I hate it when sunglasses do that. Tell me, if you struggle with BPD or if you struggle with any other mental health condition, tell me, are you on meds? Do you have good experiences? Because I would really, really love to know what you all think about this. My doctors always told me that there's no such a thing. There's no medication for BPD. So they would just give me something else. What are they giving you? How are you dealing with that? Is it helping you? I would love to know. I want you to feel better. And my journey is not your journey. You have your way. And it's okay. It's completely valid if those meds help you. And if they do, that's great. That's awesome. Because at the end of the day, we all want to arrive at the same spot. But we don't have to walk the same path. And that's okay. So if those meds help, tell me which one you're taking and how you're dealing with them. Or if they're not helping at all, tell me about it too. When I was really, really insecure, when I was on a very, very low level in my life, I believe that those pills really helped me to stabilize things in a moment of crisis. So I had medication that I would take every single day. And then I would have pills in the case of a crisis. In that case, I think those pills, those crisis pills, can be quite good. Because they might stop you from doing something stupid when you're exploding, when you're blowing up. But in this case, you put yourself up there. And then you decide to put yourself down again. It feels like you're having more control. In the other case, I felt like the meds were controlling my life. Not I was controlling my meds to control my mental illness. If you struggle with BPD or anything, tell me one thing that helped you the most to deal with that. I think pills are neither bad nor good. Talk to your doctor, talk to your psychologist, and find what's right for you. Take care. I love you. Don't forget to be kind to yourself. Because you deserve to be happy. I love you.